Hey guys, what is up? Gimsor Gaming here, coming at you with another guide for patch 2.4.3 Season 9. Right here, we have the Paralysis Archon Wizard. This is great for farming Torment 11 through Torment 13, just farming those Death Breaths and farming those keys. The way the build works is here in your passive you have Paralysis. Lightning spells have a 15% chance to stun all targets for 1.5 seconds. When your paralysis procs, you proc your Menald heal. Enemies stunned with paralysis also take a set amount of damage between 13,000 and 14,000% weapon damage as lightning. This is huge. You're basically going to one-shot stuff on Torment 11 and 12, no matter what your gear is. Torment 13, sometimes it could take a few hits, but other than that, it's not too bad, and you'll get through there pretty quick. Um, One thing in testing has shown the more attack speed you have, the better. The more you're going to proc that paralysis. So on your gear, you want to focus on attack speed and cooldown for the most part. So, on your gloves, if you can get attack speed, cooldown, and some crit damage, that's great. Also, running the Goguka Swiftness is great because that increases your attack speed and gives you some survivability and gives you cooldown. Um, the other gem you're going to run here is Bane of the Trap. Enemies under control pairing effects increases your damage you deal to them. And Zay's Stone of Vengeance here, so damage you deal is increased by a set amount for every 10 yards between you and the enemy hit. Other than that, you can kind of swap the gear around any way you want to make it work, as long as you are wearing 5 pieces of Talrasha, and you've got to be wearing 3 pieces of Veers. That way you can get the 4 set, because in the cube you are running your Ring of Grandeur. Also, you're going to be wearing Swami. This helps you with your Archon stacks outside of Archon. You go back in, you have them again. Injum, this is great for mobility and helps you with cooldown whenever your, say, Archon drops, you're ready to go back in. This is going to play a lot like your monks, your LTK monks and stuff like that, whereas you're going to be killing elites and then hopping to the next pack. Other than that, like I said, man, just focus on attack speed, cooldown, and like your weapon when you're just farming this stuff isn't even a big deal. Like mine's not even ancient, and you'll notice here in a second it just totally wrecks things. Before we go in the rift here, there's one big thing to keep in mind. Always make sure you have your magic weapon active and your energy armor active. Then, before you go into Archon, you have 3 different abilities you need to use to proc your Talrasha elements. So the first one here is Blizzard Frozen Solid, that's your cold. Teleport Calamity, this will be your arcane. And Arcane Torrent Static Discharge, this will be your lightning. So whenever you press those, that's 1, 2, 3. Now when I go into Archon, it'll give me my 4th element. That is the max amount of damage you can get. So once we get through here real quick, I'm going to go ahead and cancel out this Archon, let this cooldown refresh a bit. I'll go in and show you a little bit of gameplay. While that's doing that, just to go an overview here, you want Arcane Torrent, Static Discharge, Energy Armor, Force Armor, Magic Weapon, Force Weapon, Blizzard Frozen Solid, Teleport Calamity, and Archon Combustion. That gives you your 5th stack. That's your fire. Your 4th stack. As for passives, you're going to be running Paralysis, Unstable Anomaly, Evocation, and Power Hungry. Alright, looks like everything's off of cooldown. Let's go in. I've already cleared some of this rift, but I just want to give you a little bit of an idea of how it plays. That's 2. That's 3. Hop into Archon. When you hop into Archon, make sure you press 2. Activate your shield, gives you some damage mitigation. Another thing, the way the build works, enemies that you kill while you're in here will reduce the amount of time that it is before you can go back into Archon. As you can see here, I have basically no attack speed on my gear, so sometimes the paralysis simply won't proc. But as you get more and more attack speed, you'll notice a huge difference in the procs. But as you can see on Torment 13 here, and I have subpar gear, I'm just absolutely wrecking things. And if I get some procs here, I'll just one-shot the boss. And it's gonna make me look like a fool, of course. Alright, so let's get restacked here. You're a little squishy outside Archon. Not going to give me any procs. There we go. See, when it procs, you can see it just basically will one-shot the boss. So, alright, this has been a quick little guide for patch 2.4.3, Season 9. This is the Paralysis Wizard, or one version of it. I'll try to get another guide out for the other variant, which is the Death Wish non-Archon build. But thank you for watching. Until next time, peace.